And just like that, we are back. We have a long box here, really long. Seems wider than the bed of the truck, so hopefully there's just a lot of empty space in there. Otherwise, this thing's gonna hang over. If you just finished watching the last video, we just finished up installing these door jamb plates. The old ones were missing on the back and in the front, coming off and scratched up. So if you didn't hear the story, this thing needs new tie rods. 6 days in owning it, $700 later, we have to get that repaired. So love that for me. Enough of my complaining. It's my fault. It's what I get. Let's go ahead and open up this box and see what we got here. Or maybe on this side. Okay. Side's already cut for me. That's nice. Oh, only had one piece of tape to cut. All right. And here we are. Thank God. We do have some empty space on each side, so I think it's gonna fit. There it is. Here's the important stuff. Okay, and I predict it's going to be a lot like the install in the F-150. So I'm going to go ahead and get all this out of the packaging and continue. Okay, so everything's unboxed, ready for install. Got the cover, gasket, clamps, and the rails on each side. I've not installed them yet, they're just sitting on top. So first steps first, we have to clean the bulkhead. Clean the bulkhead, lay this down, and then install the rails. So we'll get started. Going to go ahead and just, oh man, that is overspray. Well, let's see what the instructions say about that. Blah, 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 okay. That's how we're gonna blah, 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 blah. Oh, doesn't say anything. So, we're just gonna install it anyways. I don't think it's gonna adhere very well, but not much we can do. Okay, so this piece needs to go with the edge side towards the bed, so it prevents water from going in. For a little extra adhesion, I sprayed some of this stuff. I got it all in my lungs too, so should be good to go. I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing applied. Remove the seal. I don't know if you guys can see this, but just kind of taking it. Sealing that down. And it looks like there'll be a little bit left over. Go ahead and cut that. And just like that, it is installed with the little flap side towards the inside of the bed. Go ahead and hopefully this sticks for the rest of my time owning it. This is just supposed to help keep water out. All right, step one complete. Okay, we got our driver's side bed rail roughed in. You're supposed to hold it up, make sure this lip is not pinched all the way through. Otherwise, water will intrude. And you want to squish this right up against the seal we put on earlier, and you want it to be a 3/8 inch gap. For those of you that have a hard time reading a tape measure, that is 6 little lines. And then kind of hold these in and hand tighten them. And you want to start with the bottom notch first. So start with the bottom. If it doesn't fit right, move it to the top. But this seems to fit pretty good so far. We have no pinch gap. We are roughed in. We are 3/8 or 6 little lines on the measuring tape. And now we're going to repeat that on the opposite side. Okay, so the opposite side is in. We'll have the straps up towards the front. I'm going to be looking out for this hole and this hole to be towards the cab side. We have our gap set at 3/8 or 6 lines on your tape measure if you need help understanding what that means. And that is just 6/16, which reduces to 3/8. So moving on, we have these all hand tight. Started with the bottom slot, and now we're going to proceed to the next part. Okay, so the next step is putting this on and getting it aligned in the holes. Just wanted to note real quick that with these, to get this roughed in, you want to start with all 3 in the middle and then space them out evenly with 8 inches on each end. And then you're ready to tighten down. Once you have them tightened down, I'm gonna get this bad boy put on. So I'm gonna tighten these up real quick and then get this unwrapped and we'll continue. Okay, we laid this in coiled up. I'll get a little light here. And you can see we just slid this over and slid this one over. Sorry. Once these are in, they are really tight. So lay it down, put the pin through the hole, and then this is what takes a little muscle. Yep. Push down. And slide it over. It can be a little challenging getting that slid over. But once it's locked in, you can see you have your loops over here, and we're ready to start rolling it out. This. Come on. Okay. We're getting closer to the end. And it looks like some of these plastic moldings slipped out, so I'm gonna fix that real quick. Okay, got it fixed. So these might slide out like that, and then it will lay on top. So just double check that these are all pushed into place. And just like that. I do like the way this looks, of course. Yep, some need pushed in. So yeah, might have to run through and push some of these in. They're not secure. Let's see if we got any on this side. Oh, this side's good. Okay. All right, now we'll go ahead and get the ends done. Okay, just remove this yellow tag that was in the middle. So next up, just clamp down both sides. It should snap into place. This little wire releases the lever. The one on each side. You can hear it click into place. Sometimes you may need to give it a little pat. So there's two ways of doing this. You can fold the tailgate up with this piece down. That will make it easy just for putting it up and shutting the tailgate immediately. But it'll take a little bit for this to kind of get used to that and mold to it. Or you can put your tailgate up first and then put this down, and the lip edge will be over the top. It is kind of a pain in the butt to lift this up every time you want to shut the tailgate, but I prefer it. It just seems like it might shed water better. I don't know. So that's going to pretty much do it. Just go ahead and pull your sides tight. And just like that, we are in. I do like how slick this looks, sleek. I don't know what word I'm trying to come up with right now. It just has a really clean look to it. Really happy with it. Really strong. It's like, I don't know if it'll hold me. Maybe, maybe not, but yeah. Pretty strong, looks good. Not too bad to install. That's it. So pretty easy install. Just install your bulkhead seal, roughen each rail, tighten them up, drop the mat in the pinholes, latch them in, roll it out. Okay, I just want to point one more thing out before we end this. I did remove the plastic pieces that were here up in this corner that were attached right there. On each side there's like this little composite piece of plastic. It kept pushing against the tailgate, and whenever I went to open the tailgate, I pressed the button and it wouldn't come open, and I had to like wiggle it free. So there was just way too much tension there. As you can see, it's like, let that focus in, right up against it as is. So there's a good like plastic block about that big, and I was worried about it bending up the pins that hold the tailgate in. So this is where it's at now. So it opens without hesitation, because I didn't want to get these all out of alignment and bent up. All right, that's gonna do it. Like and subscribe. Thanks.